Hello, everybody, and welcome. As we like to do every week, we like to take a look at the past week's market activity and then bounce around the market and look for something to trade. Well, if you've been following the market at all, you've seen it's been a pretty wild ride. This is actually the first time in quite a while we're going to see quite a variance in all these different indices. So let's take a look at all three of them. This is the S&P 500, and just kind of look at where it's at, get a rough idea of this picture, right? Kind of bouncing up and down, and essentially looks like around mid-range over the last couple months. So you can see what this is. It's down from its highs, but kind of bouncing around. Now let's go to the NASDAQ. Totally different picture now. This is pretty much near its most recent highs, and you can see this has been kind of going up for quite a while. So not like the S&P 500 at all. It's been kind of on a swing on the upside. And then the one that's totally different than all three of these is the Russell. Look at this one. This one has just taken a complete dive over the last couple months. Main reason this one's taken such a dive is because if you're aware of all this bank scandal stuff going on with Silicon Valley Bank and all these banks getting run on, well, bank stocks, most of the bank stocks are in the IWM or the Russell. So that's why all those stocks have taken a beating, and so the Russell itself has taken a beating. So what can we trade? Obviously, when it gets really volatile, you know I like to stay in indices. So if we look at the S&P 500, you can see over here that it's at 48, and it's also, like I said, kind of in this mid-range area. The NASDAQ is at 46, as you can see over here, and we know this has been on a kind of a burn straight up for the last few months. And the IWM, wow, look at this one, no surprise, 68. Because of this huge drop, there's this huge rise in volatility. Now, I know we made a trade last week in IWM, but that doesn't mean we can't make another one with a different set of assumptions. So for me, what I'm looking at is this. Right here, this is 170 is this stock price. And you can see it's kind of been a floor for most of the last 6 months. You know, obviously way back here, we're below it, but essentially the last 6 months we've been kind of staying above this number. So my assumption personally is hopefully over the next, let's say, 30 to 60 days, we might bounce around, we might go below it, but I'm going to expect that it's going to start kind of bouncing back up to where the rest of the market is. The NASDAQ, S&P is all kind of up higher. Again, these are the bank stocks. Hopefully in the next 30 to 60 days, the bank stocks recover, and so does the Russell. So that's my assumption. High volatility. I'm going to bet the stock is going to move up over the next 30 to 60 days from where it's at. Again, it may go below this 170, but over time, duration over direction, I'm going to make a bet it's going up. So I'm going to sell a put vertical. So if you go to the trade page, right here, this is as close to 45 days. This will be 39 days tomorrow when it opens up. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to go, you can see the stock price is 171.23. Remember, I thought that 170 was like a good kind of bottom line number over the last 6 months. So that's where I'm going to look to start my vertical. I'm going to assume the 170 is kind of this nice number that we're going to stay above over the next 40 days. So I'll go in here and I'll sell a vertical. I'll make it $2 wide. And as long as I collect 33 to 40 cents per dollar width, again, this is $2 wide. So 33 to 40 cents times 2 would be anywhere from 66 to 80 cents. And you can see it fits those rules. So what are we going to do tomorrow? Well, wherever the stock opens up, if it drops a lot, we'll go a little further down. But if the stock stays right here on Monday, we're going to go like $1.50, $1.23 below where we're at. We're going to go to that 170 and sell it. We're going to buy a strike $2 away to create a $2 wide short put vertical. As long as we collect 66 to 80 cents for this, that is a valid trade, and that is our trade and why we're making this trade for Monday morning. Hello everyone. I thought it might be valuable to let you know of all the courses available on Udemy that I teach, and also kind of what they're about and maybe what order to take them in. So I thought this would be a valuable little quick kind of introduction to all the courses out there. Now for those that are in the middle of a bunch of courses, these three are essentially a set. This is a part 1, 2, 3. So no matter where you are in this course selection, this is the order it should go in. It should start with understand options, then to basic option strategies, and then on to make and manage profitable trades. Just so you are aware. Again, you can see it says part 1, 2, and 3, but not everybody sees that when they buy these courses. So this is good for beginners. This is good for people that want to refresh the knowledge they already have. But essentially, like I mentioned, this is the order you want to go in from top to bottom. Understand to basic to make and manage. The complete guide to options here is kind of an overview of a bunch of different topics, but not in depth like the 3 above. So if you want to get a broad introduction to a lot of different kind of option strategy topics, this is a good one to look into. From there, we can go on to the Advanced Iron Condor Option Strategy course. If you already are familiar with Iron Condors and you want to learn 6 different variations of it, this would be a great course for you to take. And for those who have been through the basics, kind of know verticals and Iron Condors and want to get into the advanced kind of option trading arena, I have what I call a secret course collection. These are private courses that you won't find when you search on Udemy. So if you want to find them, you have to type in these addresses right here, and this will give you these courses on the right-hand side here, and it'll give you more detail about them. The password to get into these private courses is sharpertrades.com. And again, like I mentioned, these are private courses. So if you search my name on Udemy, you won't see this. This is my secret course collection, and these are all more advanced topics. So if you want to learn more, here's everything you can use to discover more courses on my site. I'm attaching this guide as a link, so you can download this and it'll take you to the courses. There'll be links in the actual document, so you can use that attachment in this little video section to download and click on the links there. It'll take you right to these courses as opposed to having to type these in directly. But if you want to learn more, would love to have you aboard. Thanks for sticking with me and being with me on any one of these journeys. Stick with it. We will get you to where you want to go. Take care.